dictate how this goes, okay? So
who dictates how this goes? I'm on a public sidewalk doing nothing wrong. Who dictates how this goes? I can
listen
walk
to me.
away from you right now.
Listen, no, you're not free to go.
I'm detained?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Now, you wait over there. You can wait over there.
Do y'all want to have
I'm trying to have a private conversation regarding investigation.
But this is a public sidewalk right
You're
here,
right,
though.
but you don't have a right to eavesdrop on us. So we're gonna have a private.
I got the right to walk past.
No, you don't. Not at this point.
Why don't I?
Because I said so.
All right. Well, when
you're interfering with a police investigation.
How?
Right now?
How?
So I suggest you to stand there.
How am I interfering in your investigation?
Right.
How am I interfering? If I move, you gonna arrest me?
If you come over here, you're getting locked up.
Many viewers often ask me, how do I feel about the videos that I cover? One thing you guys may not know is sometimes it takes me a little longer to cover a video because they are so frustrating to me. I have to take a step back and get my own woosah moment before I'm able to cover it accurately. Watching police officers operate in the way which they do and how they violate the rights of the citizens is extremely frustrating. Well, we're about to see just that. A citizen, his rights are violated, not because he was recorded in public, but because he simply asked a question in public. Ridiculous.
What's going on? How you doing, man? Hey, you're good to record, but just want to make sure everything's okay. Oh, you got a bottle of alcohol. Yeah. Well, now you're making us nervous with the bottle of alcohol.
What's your name, baby?
Officer Gilbert, 4500. Is that a bottle of alcohol, sir? Is that a bottle of alcohol?
Go take it inside and educate the people. I don't know who called.
Did you guys see if that was a bottle of alcohol?
Huh?
Did you guys see if that was a bottle of alcohol that he had?
It looks like a bottle there, but I don't know what it is.
I'm not allowed to really take it from him to figure out if it is. I just wanted to know if you guys saw it was a bottle of alcohol. No?
No, he's been there for a while.
He's allowed to record, unfortunately.
Yeah, but it's a bank. It's not a regular place.
Unfortunately, you should understand this. Have you ever seen any of these videos?
Yes.
Okay, so just think for 2 seconds, right? That you could possibly put us, in a situation where we're telling him to leave property. Now we get in a jam. Right.
Because
so
he doesn't stop recording, and
he is allowed to record as much as he wants. Let him have it. All right.
All right. Well, let him have it.
Yeah, but we're just gonna talk to him, and that'll be it for us.
So as we're about to see, he's allowed to record, but he is not allowed to ask questions.
But everything good though? I asked you that like 3 times. You ain't answer my question. Everything good? Seems like you got a lot on your mind.
Oh man, all that gym food I was eating yesterday.
Yeah, I know. Can't wait to get home and eat some more. That's what I'm thinking about too.
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
What happened though? They got nervous inside? I was just taking pictures of the building. It's cool. I've never been in this town, so
Yeah.
I wanted to take some pictures, record. Why you call your sergeant? You big enough to handle me.
Go handle it, sir.
You big enough to take care of this. You big enough to take care of this situation, man. You ain't have to call for backup.
Here. Now, you wait over there. You can wait over there.
Do y'all want to have
I'm trying to have a private conversation regarding investigation.
But this is a public sidewalk right
You're
here,
right,
though.
but you don't have a right to eavesdrop on us. So we're gonna have a
I
private.
got the right to walk past.
No, you don't. Not at this point.
Why don't I?
Because I said so.
All right. Well, when
you're interfering with a police investigation.
How?
Right now?
How?
So I suggest you to stand there.
How am I interfering in your investigation?
Right.
How am I
Don't
interfering?
move.
If I move, you gonna arrest me?
If you come over here, you're getting locked up.
Okay. What's your name and badge number?
Sergeant Pasquale, 6941.
Say no more. If I come over there, I'm gonna get arrested. This f***ing tyrant here.
So it's my understanding that you tell me I'm done, but you don't dictate how this goes, okay? So
who dictates how this goes? I'm on the public, so we're doing nothing wrong. Who dictates how this goes? I can walk away from you right now.
Listen, no, you're not free to go.
I'm detained?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Okay? You're not free to leave.
Thanks, okay.
Okay, we're conducting an investigation on suspicious behavior
Investigate it.
in front of a bank.
Okay.
Okay?
Being that I'm being
Can I
detained,
speak?
I'm gonna
Can I speak?
Okay, I'm going to shut my black ass up.
Okay.
Good.
So,
What you gotta do?
so the bank called us and said that you were asking all kinds of suspicious questions, something that is out of the ordinary. Okay, this isn't an everyday thing where somebody stands outside the bank. You're well within your right to record whatever you want from out here. Okay, but that's not all you were doing. You were asking suspicious questions about the internal side of the bank, and with bank robberies and stuff like that, they got a little scared. Okay, and rightfully so. Okay.
They was asking me suspicious questions too.
What's that?
They asked me suspicious questions too. I didn't call the police though.
Okay, well they did because they're a financial institution. Okay,
Right,
and they
well,
were
you
worried
should be
that
talking
maybe
to
something
them.
wasn't right.
You should be talking to them.
Okay. So you're well within your right to record out here. Okay, but the issue is that the questions that you were asking them, they got alarmed. Okay, and I think any normal person with the questions that you were asking them would say, yeah, that sounds like a little suspicious.
I'm standing on the public sidewalk. They came out, asked me questions that was none of their business, so I asked them questions that was none of my business. Okay. So that's fair, right?
You can ask them whatever you want.
And they can ask me whatever
and they
you
can
want.
ask you whatever you want,
that's
but
fair.
based off of what you said, if you just stood out here and did nothing, if you just stood out here and recorded,
I was out here
all
just doing
good.
nothing. They came out here speaking to me.
That's because they saw what you're doing. But then you said to them that you work for a survey company. Is that accurate?
I'll answer questions.
Okay, well, you don't have to, but that just adds to the validity of your suspicious behavior. Because you told them that you work for a survey company. You have no identification on you saying that you work for a survey company. Did you drive here?
I don't answer questions.
Okay, so I don't see any vehicle anywhere in the vicinity that indicates that you may have driven here with a decal or anything like that on the car. All right? So everything we've said so far isn't adding up to making sense. So all we're asking is that we know who you are. So at this point in time, you have a legal right to identify who you are, okay? And if you don't, I'm telling you up front, you will be arrested.
Okay, well,
you're recording. I'm
hand.
recording you. He's recording.
Why do
you,
I gotta?
That's recording.
And
you.
why do I gotta?
Because of your suspicious behavior, and that gives us the
Suspicious?
right.
Is that a misdemeanor or a felony?
It's a DP. It's a disorderly persons offense.
Disorderly.
Okay?
You
tell
can't
us who
turn.
you are.
You
Listen
can't
to me.
turn. Listen, I'm doing a constitutional protected
I don't care
activity.
what you think you
You
know,
can't turn this
okay?
into a
Because you
crime.
don't know
You
the
can't
law,
turn this
clearly.
into a crime.
You clearly don't know the law.
You clearly don't know it either. If you
So
want to
here's how
arrest
this
me,
is
arrest
gonna
me.
go.
I'm not gonna resist.
No,
I'm not going to resist.
I don't want you to resist, but I'm being upfront with you. If you don't tell us who you are,
I'm not telling
you are getting arrested.
I'm not telling you who I am.
Okay, then put your hands behind your back.
There you go, right there.
Right?
The same guy who just stated this
Crime.
You clearly don't know the law.
arrested a man for asking questions in public. Under U.S. Supreme Court precedent, police may not arrest you simply because you asked a question they consider suspicious. Asking questions, even pointed, critical, or uncomfortable ones, is protected by the First Amendment and does not create probable cause. We all know this. Speech alone, without threats, commands to commit a crime, or active interference is not a crime. Again, we all know this. Supreme Court rulings, Houston versus Hill. The court struck down a law that criminalized interrupting police, held that verbal criticism, questioning, and challenges to the police authority are protected speech. City of Chicago versus Morales. The court ruled that vague standards allowing police to decide what is suspicious are unconstitutional. Laws or arrests based on unidentified suspicious behavior invite arbitrary enforcement. Police cannot convert subjective suspicion into criminal authority. Brown v. Texas. Police detained a man because he looked suspicious. The court ruled the detention unconstitutional due to lack of specific objective facts. Florida versus JL. Even a report involving a gun did not justify police action without corroborated criminal conduct. Naives versus Barlett. Police cannot arrest someone in retaliation for protected speech unless they have independent probable cause for a real crime. Again, the same sergeant that stated this
Crime.
You clearly don't know the law.
just arrested a man for asking questions, and we can clearly see that case law says the complete opposite.
Lock me up, throw away the key. Lock me up and throw away the key.
Put the seatbelt on you, alright?
Do what you gotta do. What you gotta do?
Just lean back from me. I'm gonna take these off of you as well.
With this. You gonna be named on this lawsuit, you know that, right?
You're not gonna be my first, big dog.
Oh, so you proud of it, huh? It don't matter.
It's just
taxpayers' money. It's taxpayers' money. That's
something
why
that we
you
have to go through, man.
Something that
Unfortunately.
you got to go through, man. This is a piece of shit.
Do we have all the
Only the info for the original manager that came out.
Okay.
All right, so I have
Was
to get
that
the rest of his
person
stuff.
that he spoke with?
Yes, this guy.
Okay, so you have all his information.
Not all his information. No, I have to go get it.
All
I
right,
need
why
to.
don't you just go in there?
Yep.
Make sure this is all recording. and
Oh, it's
everything,
all
you're good to
recording.
go.
Yep.
And I'll stand by the phone.
All right. Take these for a second.
Is this his?
That's his. Hey, Sarge, told you.
What is it?
It's like soda. Soda. I'm gonna. You want me to keep this or?
What's up?
You want me to keep this or
Nah.
just toss it?
Yeah, no, we're not,
I'll toss it in there. All right. Yeah, I know. County from 1844. Hey, do you want your window open still? Up to you. You let me know. Do you want it open?
Yeah.
Transporting one male from Foxtrot 1 to headquarters.
You can watch the full video unedited over on New Jersey Audit's YouTube channel. The link will be down below in the description section. But there we have it. No longer are people being arrested for simply recording in public. You're not allowed to ask questions in public. This is policing in America. Know your rights, stay safe. With that being said, we the people you, signing off.